What is up, guys? So, this is archive footage from the summer. Uh, it's part of another video. Video is going to come out soon, but it's kind of long, so it's a lot to edit. But right now I have this drone footage at the end. Oh, there's the ascent. So, what have I been saying, specifically the last couple of videos? My fellow arborists, show your ascent. Show the fucking ascent. God fucking damn it, man. Show the ascent. Show the ascent. Show the ascent. Should you show the ascent? Yes, you should. Doesn't have to be drone footage. Show it on your GoPro. Show the ascent. Yeah, but there's no buts. Show the ascent. If you're gonna show any part of tree work, any part of the other job, show the ascent. Even if you have to, even if you're making like an in-depth tutorial about something else, show the ascent. Like, look, it takes 2 seconds. Well, SRT. So anyway, um, yeah. So where was I? Yeah, this is a pruning video. So we have to prune this fairly wide tree. It's not massive. It's not super tall, but it has a wide canopy, and it's kind of it's very tricky. Now the tree's already been pruned a couple of times, throughout the years by different arborists, not by me. And this was a referral from another customer, which, it can be good, it can be bad. In this case, it was good because he actually came by his mom's house where we were working, and he thought that we did an awesome job, so he hired us for his job. It can be bad when people kind of hire you word of mouth from their friend without looking you over, as stupid as that seems, because then they kind of expect preferential treatment. So our thoughts on word of mouth, as a matter of fact, we tell everybody, go to our website, go to our website, go to our website, go to our website, and that leads them potentially to our YouTube channel even. But if it doesn't, all the info they need is there. If they do happen to stumble across our YouTube channel and they see our videos and they still like us, then when they call us, it's golden. But if someone just gives them our number, 9 times out of 10, they're expecting a deal. Okay, so this tree, onto the important subject matter of the video. So I wanted to make it about pruning and why pruning can be very difficult. Now, I'm not one of those guys that tells you not to try this at home. Go try it at home, by all means. Like, how the fuck do you think I learned? Like, and no, you can't learn everything you need from a book. Read them, read all the books you want, take all the classes you want, but, time and experience in the field is what's really going to shape you, not a 10-hour course. It doesn't guarantee you're good for the rest. Anyway, whatever. So here I am wasting time instead of talking about what I'm doing, right? So yeah, I made a couple of talking videos lately. People seem to like the talking videos. I released a skate video. People are shunning it as normal. And why I don't like talking so much anymore is I think that, the work speaks for itself. And any questions you might have, if the video doesn't usually answer them, then you can just write a comment and I'll answer you in the comments. But if I talk throughout a video, it's as if instead of leaving the video open for interpretation, I'm saying, oh, look, the video is about this, it has to be about this, you have to see it this certain way. So, yeah, seriously, it's a kind of like an autistic answer, but it's true. So, yeah, we got a branch that's hung up here. So first thing, yeah, that branch doesn't look huge, so why are we rigging it? That one in particular, I don't remember. But generally, the branches are bigger than they look, and while that one is not huge, we rig everything to make it fall properly. And a lot of the time, too, we could just drop it without hitting an obstacle in the surrounding area, but I don't want to make holes in the ground. which happens a lot also. It Even if you don't drop them butt end first, it bounces off the leaves at the end of the limbs, and then the butt goes into the ground after that, or the butt goes into the house, or into the car, or into something. So that's why we rig a lot. The other thing too, yeah, like I could manipulate the branches, like I could cut it or use a dog's leash, like STIHL BORN does sometimes. I do that sometimes too. And then you make it fall your own way. This is just the way I do it. Like, however you do it, I really don't care. Do it however you want. Um, so, yeah, you can see this tree. It's got a very wide canopy. And you can see some recent marks from my pruning. And, I'm sure you would have done it better. But honestly, it's tough. You try to balance the tree out as best you can, especially given all the surrounding obstacles. Because if there weren't any obstacles, then most trees would just shed what they need to shed naturally. But because of man's intervention, you have to cut things that are approaching man-made and man-placed obstacles, and B, you also have to try to keep this, I don't know, as quote-unquote by the book as you can. You still want to be methodical. Just because there's a giant limb obviously going over the house that has to go, before you take it, you have to consider things like how it's going to balance or unbalance the rest of the tree, what else needs to be removed to compensate for it, and if it's even feasible. A lot of customers too, they want the canopy raised, which is okay. And a lot of arborists too, they're just going to focus on the lower limbs, which can be okay, but at the same time, it's not always great to leave a lot of weight. Actually, it's rarely great to leave a lot of weight on the tips of the limbs, because they not only blow more in the wind, but they're more likely to break. Also, the lower part of the tree is less balanced. So this particular tree, it's got several clusters, as we call them. Call it whatever you want, I don't fucking care. But basically like mini canopies in the canopy, little tops kind of. So I navigate my way on this particular job from cluster to cluster. And what I do, I take away all the obvious stuff on the way there, obvious and small and of no consequence, because these are the things that get in the way. Yeah, you're gonna get frustrated by this, because I try to toss my hook a couple of times, a couple dozen times, and it doesn't work. So at least I have time to talk about how I do things. So yeah, I'm just pulling it back now. I'm not going there. So yeah, I get rid of the obvious thin stuff, because that's the stuff that gets in the way, and that's the stuff that catches and clogs things up. After that, I start to pick the rest of the tree apart. But instead of focusing low, I make my way to the top. I try to take a little bit off the top. So let's say each cluster is like a hand. Not only do I want to take branches that are growing out of the wrist and the arm, but I want to take a couple of the fingers away at the very top. So, I keep this in mind. It's not always perfect. You can't always get to where you need to get. Usually sometimes the tree is too tall and too thin to support your weight. So again, you have to make an executive decision, and I find in these cases, less is actually more. So instead of removing all the limbs on the bottom of the tree, and again leaving the big fat lion tail on top, I would rather remove fewer limbs on the bottom of the tree, and then either leave the top or remove fewer limbs on top. But anyway, that's that's all pretty subjective. This is just how I do it and how I did it on this particular job. The beauty is that you always have another job on its way, and you can always do it a different way next time. So I mentioned a couple of videos ago, if we have the option of doing something the traditional familiar way or a new way that we're just trying, we're almost always going to try it the new way. Oh yeah, here's a little trick for traversing with the hook. Swing your legs and pull as you swing. See that? Makes it a lot easier. Whoop. What I don't like about the Fanner helmet is that the visor gets caught in the rope. The Fanner Scrotos. I don't like it. I think the Petzl helmet is the best for fit. And the visor is clear, but I think the visor is too small. My favorite helmet for the visor is the Kask helmet. Also, in the Petzl helmet, the earmuffs don't fit over your ears properly with the visor down. They just don't. It's not made properly. My ears aren't fucked up. My head's not fucked up. They just don't fit on the helmet together. So if you guys have that Petzl set up, let me know how you guys use it. So yeah, I like the Kask helmet though. The bug visor is the best. It's massive. But I don't like the little adjuster in the back of the helmet. I find it doesn't adjust tight enough. Also, I have a little kind of, I don't know, it's like a scar behind my ear on the ear bone that I've had for many years. It's just a small scar, but right where the Kask helmet fits over it, it constantly rubs. So that's actually why I changed it. I changed it for the Petzl helmet, but, oh, that's not the only reason I changed it, but that's one of them. First reason was because we dropped a tree and it barber chaired and it smacked me in the face 3 years ago, and it wrecked half of the helmet. So I got another one of the exact same, but then it started hurting my scar. So I got the Petzl one for twice the price, because the Kask one I had was like a knockoff from the climbing store I go to, which is fine. It was a great helmet, but and the Petzl one, it fell off the back of our truck on the highway when we had a wooden tailgate that we made for it, and yeah, lots of it smashed, so we had to order these helmets. That's a long story too. We ordered them from the shop, and we waited like 4 fucking months to no avail, and it kind of sucks, man. And if you guys, anyone from the shop is watching this video and you're wondering why you haven't seen us in a while, that's one of the major reasons. We feel like you kind of left us there to rot. And I told you guys that my helmets fell off my truck and that I needed a new one quick. So if you could check on my order status after it had already been like 2 months, and like your only suggestion was for me to buy another helmet in the meantime from you, like fuck you, man. It's like, come on. Like, just like you, we run a business. It's got to keep going. You could at least call the company and say what the fuck. So in the meantime, waiting for these 2 helmets, we called the next store and they had every color in stock. So yeah, sucks to be you guys, but well, probably not. But anyway, yeah, that's why you lost our business. And I would say it's nothing personal, but it is. Like, it is personal. Like, I'd say it isn't, but also we see we see how this store treats other guys that are more popular than us on Instagram. And for a simple reason like that, it really sucks. It really, really, really sucks. Because we're super down for this store, and we're super fucking loyal, and we hype them up every chance we could get. And this little shit that fucking talks shit about them behind their back, and told other arborists that all their stuff was made in China, and told other arborists that they should order their stuff online or shop at their competitors, they still hook them up with free shit. And they gave me some free rope, some of their new batch of rope that I was really grateful for. And I realized, and this guy tells me after that they gave him twice as much, fuck. Yeah, and then he starts fucking making fun of me. And he says, oh, 100 feet of rope, you can't even do anything with that. It's like, dude, you don't even climb, so fuck you. Yeah, he's a landscaper, but he's decided to try his luck into tree work lately. He's got a channel too, but I would never give him the satisfaction of calling attention to his stupid fucking channel. Also, anyway, whatever. in case you're wondering, I'll hint at it. If you search for fucking tree trucks, yeah, that's it, tree trucks. Like, maybe it's called something else, but search for that, and another you'll see it. And another hint is that he lives off of credit, which you can tell. He doesn't have the business to justify spending all the money that he spends. Which, yeah, why should I care about it? Well, I do care about it because it's fucking fake. And I know this guy because I had to buy a fucking orchard ladder off him. several years ago to do a job, and he's like the slimiest little fuck I've ever fucking seen. And this guy is, again, let me, like, in case you guys know who I'm talking about, like, this guy is a fucking fake. So anyway, yeah, the video turned salty all of a sudden. But yeah, basically I don't like him because he doesn't climb and he pretends he does. And he doesn't really do tree work and he pretends he does. And he bought all the fucking gear on credit, not through fucking jobs and stuff. And again, which bothers me because he's not busy and he pretends he is. It's all a fucking act. And you can tell right away. And he has a fucking huge mouth and he talks a lot of shit. And there's no footage of him fucking working. There's just footage of him fucking talking. So yeah, talk is cheap. I know. This video turned fucking salty. It was supposed to be a pruning masterclass, but it ended up me just fucking complaining about people I don't like. But that's why you guys are here, right? So, look, man, there's good info anyway. Like, there's another thing too, about showing your ascent in that, even if it's not smooth, like, show it. Like, it's okay if things don't go ideally. Things rarely go ideally. But they do. And either way, like, it's important. It's important to show everything. See, I'm not even doing anything right now in the video, but it's important. No, I'm just kidding. On that note, though, I was thinking about making, like, an anti-video. So, years ago, I went to the skate park with one of my idiot friends. And I had some new tricks I wanted to film. So, I gave him the camera. I asked him if he knew how it worked. He said, yeah, he's not an idiot. He is an idiot, though. He was, is, will forever be. I don't hang out with him anymore. And so we filmed said tricks several times until I got them. And I still don't think I got them the way I wanted, because it was a line, so it was a sequence of several tricks in a row. And I'll never know, because when I took the camera home to watch the footage, he didn't film any of the tricks, but he filmed all the parts in between the tricks. So he filmed me walking away after missing and setting up, but as soon as I run to jump on my board, like, it'd be me walking away again. So this fucking moron, he thought the camera was recording when it wasn't, and vice versa. So what this has to do with tree work is that I would like to make a video purposely like that. I mean, a skate video would be fucking boring. There'd be no tricks landed. But this would be cool, I think. I think it'd be an exclusive video showing only behind the scenes stuff. So no cuts, just everything in between the cuts. All the talking, all the spitting, all the fucking around, to show everybody that tree work isn't as fucking simple as everybody thinks. Because people think it's simple, and if you make it look easy, okay, it's all well and good for you, but you're also cursed. Because people expect you to, like, oh, just one more limb, and why don't you cut off at the bottom? So you can't fucking cut it off at the bottom, idiot. It's gonna fucking smack everything. Another thing we have to do here, if you look to my right, there are some limbs going into the cedar. So we want to remove some of those because they're competing. But you don't want to just necessarily cut everything off willy-nilly from the bottom. Again, it's going to hit something and B, it's too much. And once you cut it off, like STIHL BORN, you can relate to this, you can't put it back. So, again, be methodical. Charge the right amount. Like, charge an amount, whatever it is for you, that even if you have to go back and forth and fuck around in the tree all day, that it's worth it. And you're not kicking yourself. Because if you don't charge enough, you're going to rush the job. Because why wouldn't you? Why'd you stay there for 4 fucking years when you're only getting paid for 40 minutes of work? It doesn't make sense. And chances are you're going to get hurt and you're not going to do a great job. So charge the right amount, charge a comfortable amount. And if the customer says yes, then you're good to go. And if it's easier than you had figured, then yeah, you can always tell them, hey, look, man, it's not as complicated as I thought it would be, so it's only this much. This is usually good if you do it, but again, if they agree to your price, and that's that. So anyway, if you know who I'm talking about, then cool. I'd say write it in the comments, but don't. And if you the little fuck, if you watch my videos, then fucking unsub, you little fucking shit. I never liked you. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Peace.